take the ride. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Hatcher is the master of MTG. Oh, live streams and videos are never a bore. Streams are fun, super chaotic. You'll be back as it's all hypnotic. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Boy. Hatcher's got the insights, he's got us all on board. In the world of magic, the gathering, he's a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Scrolling through my feed, looking for a good time. Hatcher on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, subscribe. You never won't miss the vibe.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. What up, my friends? How you doing? I was this close to clicking the wrong button and stopping the stream after that because I'm not used to that intro, and for some reason my brain confused it with the outro, which is also Christmas themed. And I was literally about to go click, and it's like, that would stop this. We just have to start again a minute later. So we have avoided that crisis, and we're going to have ourselves a good time and also talk about the whole Amazon Magic the Gathering scam situation. I intended to talk about that today in the video that I made over on my Historian channel, but somehow either I missed it or I just didn't note it down on my finalized list. One or the other. So here we are. Anyways, I'm going to grab the live stream link and share that in the Discord, and then we will be good to go. Okay. Oh, what the hell? This has the wrong thumbnail, man. Oh, wait. Good Lord. Instead of clicking on the button to change the thumbnail. Oh, where is that thumbnail? Here we go. Bam. There we go. All right. So the thumbnail did say something about Christmas specials, because that was the leftover thumbnail from the previous one, and I went to change it, and I clicked on the end stream button just straight up, and it's like, are you sure you want to end the stream? And I'm like, no, not at all. It's like the button I clicked to change the thumbnail and then the end stream button, so it's not like they're that far apart, but apparently this stream's minutes are numbered, its days are numbered, because I just intend to keep trying to shut it down. Anyways, before that happens, let's do our hellos. What up? Millmaster, Teferi, Aang, Kensugi, Yamagoro, Shelton, Farky, Octopus, Error, Rex, Heavy Metal, Juglum, Breakstop, Scamazon. Yeah, you know what? Well, in this case, though, they're stopping the scams. So, I don't know. Millmaster, a robot will play another robot's flute because they don't have human morality. Well, you have human immorality, and you play people's skin flutes. Farky, what are the top Christmas specials? We actually talked about that in the previous live stream on this channel, so that was just a holdover. But I will have a video coming soon enough about 12 different Christmas specials movies that we watched. And there's also the upcoming top 5 video, which Carly paused at a certain point. And again, I wore a shirt that the way that I sit strains against my body, making me look fat, bro. When I walked by, I was like, yo, I look fat. I don't look that fat in real life. Damn, man. They say the camera adds 10 pounds. It feels like it added like 30. It's so funny. I don't even think about it. And then I see the recording and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I definitely look fat there. Yamagoro, you think to be a Christmas movie has to have someone become a better person during the Christmas season? Oh, you need that level, do you? Millmaster, you posted a thesis to the Discord about human variation in defining the term Christmas movie. Did you now? Oh wow, you're not joking. This is pretty fucking long, man. Open definition, any movie watched at Christmas. Thematic definition, a Christmas message or narrative. Strict definition, Christmas exclusive content. All right, well, I mean, as categories, I don't object to those. I ain't reading all that in this particular moment. I can tell you that very comfortably. Fisher, what's up, bro? You're excited for the new Esper Zombie Commander? The effects were spoiled earlier. It's Alter or Dementia Plus gives all creatures in your Gave. In your Gave. No, Gave is a legendary. He's like the guru of spores. In your grave, Embalm. All right. Well, guess who screwed up and forgot to put the commander deck images into his video today? This guy. Every once in a while, I'll get together all these files and get ready to edit the video and then just abruptly leave one out randomly. Break stop. Yeah, man. I am happy that they just, because they were going to change the name of Kaladesh, that they went ahead and actually wrote a story reason for it. That's way more enjoyable than just abruptly changing the name of the plane and being like, no, it's this now. You know? I think that it's them being overly sensitive, probably, when it comes to like the actual change. I don't feel it's necessary, but I'm also not bothered by it because whatever, man. Governments change in different countries on Earth, and countries get different names and whatever else. So different planes getting renamed. What's the difference ultimately? So it feels like an unnecessary change overall, but they did it, and they actually went to the trouble of expanding on the lore of Kaladesh to do it. So it's all right. It's all right. It's a mixed bucket, you know? Kensugi, my boss should fire me over that. Oh, guess that's the end of this. That's the end of these streams, man. I'm getting fired. Heavy Metal, your roof's going to be repaired tomorrow. Wow, it's been a while, bro. You've had to wait a while. You must be happy about that. Jess, see, I saw people saying that, but I don't know if that's actually true because people like to screw around and say made up stuff. So, I don't know. Rex, you're excited to see what happened to Amonkhet after Bolus. Your friend wrote off Amonkhet saying it didn't need more. I mean, a lot happened in Amonkhet, so leaving it where they did would have been fine. But getting to follow up is sweet, bro. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that happened in Amonkhet. I am going to end up making a lore video on that for Fantasy Geographic as well. You know, first I wanted to cover the Kaladesh to Avishkar thing, get that one out of the way, and then talk about the Amonkhet one, because I think that the Amonkhet one is more interesting. The Kaladesh Avishkar switch is fine. It's fine. It's like, there's not a lot of exciting stuff going on in that particular transition. It's just reasonable in terms of, here's what happened. It's like, okay. But Amonkhet is literally birthing new gods and reworking. Basically, the government on Kaladesh changed. And the name of Kaladesh changed. But nothing else changed. It doesn't feel different. This new government on Kaladesh isn't going to influence how Kaladesh magic cards are or anything like that, right? So ultimately, it's a very surface level change. And the one that's happening on Amonkhet is birthing like new aspects to the Pantheon. So that has definitely got more to it. Millmaster, meet the new plane same as the old plane. Exactly. That's pretty much the situation. It's just, here's the name, here's a little bit of why it actually happened. And it's fine. It works. But there's nothing really epic to sink your teeth into. It's just a footnote in the history of, right? Rex, you wanted to get lore either before or after Bolus on Amonkhet? I mean, probably after is more interesting. How well are they going to flesh out the before in a way that feels satisfying? Like, how much is it going to matter to you, right? I don't know. That's prequel kind of stuff. Jess, you put it into a translator. Well, I mean, if you if it turns out that the new name that they gave Kaladesh is insulting in another language, that is pretty amusing. They'll just rename it wherever, whatever country or whatever language. Yeah, Magori, you were hoping Amonkhet would have ancient Egyptian art in retro frames. As long as they don't try the same frames that they did for the masterpieces in the original Amonkhet, because those turned out just awful. Just awful. What up, Baba? What's going down? Fisher, you'll wonder if we'll find out why all the dead come back to life on Amonkhet. I don't think that they're going to tell us that yet. And I don't think that they even know themselves. I think they just made it innate to the plane. It's one of those things where I feel like it's careful what you wish for, because will the explanation of why the dead rise be more compelling when you know? Like, will it make the whole thing more compelling or less compelling if you know why? Right? So that, I don't know. Having an unknown reason that the dead rise on a plane is an interesting concept. And ultimately getting to the bottom of it could be a fun journey. But remember, we're just getting Amonkhet as set dressing for a vroom vroom beep beep race. So how much like genuine impact overall are they going to go with when it comes to the world building aspects they're adding on, you know? What up, fellers? How you doing, bro? So yeah, I don't think they're going to go as deep as to tell us when they're just driving through the place. Oh, by the way, here's why the dead rise. It seems unlikely. Do you wear put on dick? Yeah, I've seen multiple people saying that the new name of Kaladesh, Avishkar, is wear a dick, put on a dick. There's a couple of different variations I've seen of it, but it just seems so made up. And there's no way Wizards is gonna care. They're not gonna care. It just being something like, if they named a set like Magongadong and it turns out that that means like butt toucher in some random language, they're probably not gonna care if it's funny. If it's not gonna cause them like what they would be considering, I don't know, like bad PR from like a political standpoint, I just don't see them caring. I don't see him caring. Fellas, caffeine withdrawal sucks, bro. Sucks. The headaches, all that shit, no thanks. No thank you, buddy. I will say no to that. Well, I mean, you have no choice, right? When I stop having caffeine, I have the same kind of thing happen sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, you know? Remember when people would get cross if you called Champions of Kamigawa the cock block? I just remember laughing about it, bro. I don't remember people getting mad. If they did, I wouldn't see it. What up, Towns? You finally slink in here after I can't even reach the server. Come on, man. You're giving me a complex. Ha ha! That's a joke only you will get. And it wasn't that good. But fuck you, buddy. Do you know how rarely I try and use that thing? And the one night I use it, it goes all fucking gobbledygoo and just won't work? I'm like, come on, man. What is this? What is this? All right, Millmaster and Jess are going down the rabbit hole together with the translators. Have fun. It's all fixed, and now you should be fixed. You should be sterilized so that you cannot have children after this affront, after this crime against Mike Manity. You should be taken into the street and beaten with sand-filled hoses, made to scream your apologies to the rooftops. I should have been born some sort of emperor who had people flogged. Towns, you have 2 children, but they look like me for some reason. See, the joke that most people go to is that I'm the father. But the reality is they don't. Those kids look normal, but you're so fixated on me that you see my face on everybody. Like that whole window licker video from Aphex Twin, right? Chuglum, am I going to collect Aether Drift? No. Am I excited for a new loot card? Bro, I'm 95% sure right now that Valgavoth has a ghost crew driving in the race, and they're using loot as like a compass or some shit. I think that Valgavoth sends Winter to lead his drag racing team, and they have loot as the fucking interstellar GPS. Something like that. But no, I don't really plan to collect Aether Drift. I'll go to the pre-release. I like playing Magic. I will go to the pre-release, and I got bundles of stuff like Thunder Junction. So who knows? Maybe I'll even end up with an Aether Drift bundle. But aside from opening some packs and playing a pre-release, it's not Bloomborough, bro. I'm gonna be working on my Bloomborough set. Derek, you're building a tribal commander cube of over 100 decks? That is an excessive amount of decks, bro. Man deployed overseas for 2 years, finally sees his 3-month-old son. That's funny. Fellers, is Aether Drift just going to be that Saturday morning cartoon Wacky Races or something with Dick Dastardly and that snickering dog? Imagine you took that and you glued Mad Max and Max Mad. That's what Carly put by accident on the one video. Instead of Mad Max, she put Max Mad on our review video at first, which is funny. But anyways, Mad Max bikers, fucking sky sharks, insect people. There's like 10 different groups of racers, and it's all just all over the place. There's one that's just robots. It's just automatons or something like that. Oh, that's right, Teferi. Beep, beep, Loot's zooming on through. Derek, one of every creature type, literally. Yeah, that's going to take some time, buddy. Will Loot be strapped to the front of Valgavoth's car like Mad Max in Fury Road? Maybe. Maybe. So yeah, I'm leery. So I did call the stream Amazon stops MTG scam. So I probably should actually talk about that before we get to the end of the stream. And I realize that I didn't even bring it up, just like I didn't bring it up in the video today. But Amazon has just changed its policy in regards to Magic the Gathering cards. So when you actually order them, now they will not accept returns going forwards from Aether Drift. So all the people who were buying boxes, opening them up, taking out the good stuff, throwing in a bunch of garbage or rocks or whatever else, and sending it back to Amazon for a return, those are not going to happen anymore. They ain't going to happen anymore because you can't return Magic unless it's genuinely a faulty product, like you didn't get what you were supposed to or something like that. But you can't just return what, I mean, I guess if there's ways to return it, you can say whatever, then it still will leave the door open to a degree to scammers. But I don't know. They're changing it so it's final sale, which should ultimately at least decrease the amount of people doing that scam. Rex, you didn't know people did that? They do it at Walmarts and stuff too. They go into Walmarts, buy Magic products, open them, reseal them, take them back. So people get hosed that way, bro. I've been hosed by repacks. I got a box of, what was it? Judgment. I had a box of Judgment that was repacks, which sucked. But luckily for me, the times had changed, so the cards that mattered had also changed. So it turned out that Genesis, which was a card nobody cared about when the set first came out, had become something, probably because of Commander, but it was actually a worthwhile card. And there was a bunch of Genesises in the box. So it didn't turn out too bad, but having a repack box, it's a bad feeling. It's happened to me twice in my entire life. Once was a box of Homelands. It was a repack box of Homelands. And I was really unhappy. Was it Homelands or Fallen Empires? You know what? Maybe I might be getting them switched up because it was obviously one of the worst sets either way. Homelands or Fallen Empires. One of them, many, many years ago, was all repacks. And it made me pretty close to quitting the game, actually. Rex, you had that happen to you with the Pokemon starter? So you know people did it with Pokemon, but you're all like, wow, that happens with Magic cards? What the fuck is the difference between a Pokemon card and a Magic card, you fucking magoo? They're the same thing. There's almost no fucking difference. It's like, oh my god, what is that? I don't even get that. That? Oh yeah, dude, I have 14 of those. They're the same thing, asshole. You hold Magic players to a higher standard? Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Fellers, Walmart's stupid. The one near you had collector boxes just sitting on an end cap area with boxes that had been shoplifters scattering in the drink fridge. What? Weird. Weird. Well, those shelves are stocked by independent people instead of Walmart. They just like have some shelf space in the Walmart and put that stuff out there. And they end up getting rooked, bro. Rock, you opened a starter deck of Ice Age that was a mispack where almost all the cards were uncommons. That was fun. Nice. I got a pack of Revised once that was all rares. That was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy. And a starter deck of Revised that had rares. It wasn't the whole deck, though. It was like replacing the uncommons and the rares. Larry, yeah, well, I mean, you can't get scammed if you haven't been buying stuff on Amazon. By the way, if you're using Amazon, use my Amazon link, bro. Make sure you use my Amazon link, guys, so that I can get credit with Amazon. And they will say, you're a good guy, and they'll give me good guy points. And good guy points is money, just so we're clear. Rex, actually, you know what, bro? I feel you. I consider Magic players to be above Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon players, too. I think that the people who are into whatever card game probably feel that way about other card games, you know? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Players probably like, I look down on Magic and Pokemon or whatever. And Pokemon players are all probably like, I like eating insulation. I like cards with little goobly goob on him. He's my funnest, and he turns into Goob Gambor if you let him upgrade. And then if he goes to Ultimate Upgrade, he turns into Gim Gambulor. And I love his cute little beak. Oh my god. I gotta catch them all. So... What is Migers? Migers is a chain of grocery stores. Fisher, you saw a kid pull a Theros God Pack once. Was a great sight. I hooked somebody up with some of the the original Theros block stuff with the God Pack action, which was the final set of the block. And the guy I hooked up got a God Pack, and he was so excited about it. And I was just like, oh, good for you. And in my head, I'm like, damn it, that could have been mine. Millmaster, there is that as well. Pokemon just has a lot of people buying it for collector's stake. What up, Josh? Fellers says it's a big boxish store, mostly in Michigan, adjacent states. It's a co-op grocery store. I thought it was a grocery store. I thought it was a European grocery chain. Heavy Metal says it's kind of like Walmart with a mix of groceries, clothes, electronics. Okay, I can believe that. I've only ever been in one. I think that I went there when I was in the States in, what was it, South Virginia? Fellers, maybe there's multiple types. So I don't know. The people who have been to them can speak with authority. I can speak with ignorance because I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Like none. Like none. We've been striking out with the teas from the advent calendar. Today was apple strudel. Again, very disappointing. They sell lefse, Norwegian flatbread. Oh, I want to try that. That sounds good. Those almonds are solid, bro. Fellers, you worked for one and hated it. Nothing like handling dry ice all day with your bare hands to make you hate retail. Yeah, that would do it. Bill Mash, do you think everyone has some weird sounding stores regionally? Yeah. Yep. I mean, whatever you're accustomed to feels like it's normal and makes sense. And whatever anybody else is doing feels strange and weird. You know, it's like bagged milk is just how they do it here. And we're all used to it, and it's no big deal. But when other people hear about it, they're just like, what? What insanity is this? How is that? You have your milk in bags? How does that even work? And it's like, it's just a fucking bag of milk, man. You know? It's not that crazy or complicated. It works. It's fine. Lefse is like flour tortillas, but thinner and more soft, made from potato. Weird. So, are they like, what's it called? Like pierogies with the potato? Chim, you love big milk bags. Rex, have I ever had a torta, the Mexican sandwich? No. I don't even think I've heard of that, bro. Evan, you think liquids shouldn't go in bags? They work much better in fixed containers. I can't fucking argue that milk bags are not the optimal way to do it. But it's not like people act like that's crazy. And it's just whatever. Milk jugs, they're not as good as gallon containers. But whatever. Whatever, right? The big plastic jugs work better. Objectively. Anybody who's actually had a milk bag slosh over the edge of the over the edge of the actual jug, not the jug, the they call them milk jugs too, right? So the top part of the bag does stick and kind of barf over. But like I said, that's what you're used to. It just seems normal. It just seems normal. And I guess they don't want to change it because it's cheaper. A pitcher? Yeah, I guess you could call it a pitcher. I mean, you don't pour the milk into it. You leave it in the bag. Rex, you've had sodas in bags? I've heard they do that in Mexico. What is the opening on a milk bag? You cut the tip off of one of the corners, and then you just don't want to cut the hole too big. And you also want to make sure that it doesn't flop over. So it is. It's definitely, the more I think about it, the less defensible it comes as a reasonable way to actually provide your milk. It is less than ideal. It is. It just stays open. Yeah, that too. Okay. All right. All right. Forget it. I get it. I get why people are surprised by it. Okay. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I'll give you that, though. I'll give you that. It stays open too. I didn't even think about that. Right? All the other things close, even the flap ones. So yeah. Yeah, there is that. Larry, Target lasted 2 years. When it came to Canada here, it came to the Penn Center, and they were there just long enough to glue their cement balls to the ground or whatever the hell it is they do. And then they were going out of business right away. And they're like, we're closing down. Everything's on sale. But the sale prices in some cases were higher than the original price tags under them. It was this whole ridiculous thing where you just went into Target and you're like, this is it? This is what a Target is? Okay. Well, this is a whatever store. Who gives a shit? And that's how it felt. Didn't have anything special to mark it out or differentiate it from anything, right? So Target was here for like no time, and they just left. I don't know how much money they lost on that, bro. Rock, all soda cans have plastic lining inside, so we're all drinking from bags. True, but I mean, it's literally got the can around it to provide stability and on top of containment and protection of the bag. Millmaster, commercial milk in the States come in 5-gallon bags that go in dispensers. That makes sense. Rex, or you're talking about the bagged pops? You see it more in Central America, like Honduras, Salvador, Guatemala. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fisher, you get your milk from a dairy, you bring a clean 5-gallon bucket, and then move it to smaller containers to freeze? Crazy. All right, well, that definitely sounds like more hassle than milk bags, bro. I'll give you that. Yamagoro, BC has Piggly Wiggly and Blimpy. I've heard of Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly, that's a fun name. Blimpy, I've never heard of. Bill Master loves the raw milk. Yeah, get you them parasites, boy. Get you them parasites straight from the monstrous looking cow's milk fingers, dude. Just all fucking dangling down there like a set of weird dicks. You're just gonna have all those bovine parasites climbing all up in you. Yo, milk bags are the real thing, Happy. Fisher, your milk tastes like milk. Even whole milk is severely watered down and tastes nasty to you. Well, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Not for me, though. I don't have that much milk, honestly. I had a bunch when I was like a kid with cereal, but as an adult, I'm sure Carly puts it into recipes. Usually, if it's dairy, I'm having cheese. Like we had tacos tonight, I had that cheddar sprinkled on it. Some found a movie for me to check out when it comes out. It's a comedy drama called By Design. A woman swaps bodies with a chair, and everyone likes her better as a chair. What? What? Everyone likes her better as a chair. All right. All right. I would probably watch that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Evan, you lived near brown cows, so you got to get a lot of chocolate milk cheap. You mean like are you making a joke about brown cows, or are you talking about that milk flavoring chocolate drink stuff? Because that's actually pretty solid. Rex, if you eat cookies, you must have milk. I don't do the cookies and milk thing. Cookies are fine by themselves. Towns, you'll try to add it so it doesn't work? Trying to set me up for more disappointment, huh? Get the hook in my mouth so you can reel me in, and then I'll just flop around. Oh, I want to be back in the water. Chim, you want to go see Night Bitch? What is Night Bitch? What is Night Bitch? Feller says, can she talk as a chair? I assumed that she could talk as a chair. But, I mean, I have no idea, I guess. I'm just making wild assumptions on something I have literally never seen, man. Larry, do you want to know if what's still good? Commander withdrawal. Think about reinstalling it on your laptop. Reinstalling what? Chim, you checked the trailers and it looks interesting. All right. Oh, you want to know if Magic the Gathering Arena is still good? I play with it pretty much every day, man. So it's fine. It feels slightly less buggy than it was a few months back. A little bit faster currently. So play it. See how you feel, man. Of course, you can't get full on Commander, right? You can only get Brawl. Master using raw milk to make stovetop cheese. Seems like a lot of work. You can just buy the cheese, man. But whatever. I imagine that when you make stuff yourself, it tends to turn out a lot better than random generic store level stuff. Towns, it's a 2025 release. Yeah. Some said that it's going to be coming out, not that it's out yet. So we got to wait for that one. Am I going to give my banning predictions? Oh yeah, that's on the 16th, isn't it? I mean, the One Ring, I can go either way with it, right? It's in so many decks and it has such an outsized existence, but also it exists in a universe beyond Lord of the Rings, and it's also their like serialized one of one and all that, but it is just banning it in Modern. So I feel like all the action's around the ring, man. That's what I think. But I don't know. I think they've probably got all the Lord of the Rings stuff out of the pipeline, but are they going to let it run longer, you know? Fellers, are they still printing Lord of the Rings? No, they're done. They're done printing it. I think the last print... Oh, wait. Were they planning on doing another one? No, I think they did them all. Because they had one planned for, like, this time frame, and they just recently did it, and that was the last one. Because I know they said they were, like, doing a final print run in the last quarter of 2024. Rex, you're ready to buy the Ring on the Dip. It's a powerful card. If it sticks around, well, I mean, it's obviously going to stick around in Commander. Now that Wizards is in charge of Commander, why would they ban anything? No unban predictions. No, I don't know what they might slot back in to Modern. Most of the time, it feels like they only trot out unbannings when there's a banning they really should do, and they don't want to just give an empty announcement when they should be doing that banning. So they're like, let's do an unbanning so we have something to talk about that will distract from the very needed banning we don't want to do because we're still selling that product. did they print and sell all the serialized Rings of Power Sol Rings? All the Lord of the Rings stuff has already been produced. Yeah. Yamagoro BC has a chain called Overweight Tea. It's a unwieldy name, isn't it? Mailmaster, you think for Legacy you're going to see Frog, Bobble, and probably Nadu? It's hard to tell. It's hard. Like, Wizards doesn't seem to care as much about Legacy in terms of, like, governing it properly. Remember when they were told, oh, yeah, what's the name of the card now? Grief. Like, yo, Grief's a problem, yo. And they were just like, well, we're making it a special guest, so we're not banning it. Do you know what I mean? Like, how much do they care? You can point at things that are a problem. The question is, will they do anything about the problem, right? Jim, you think that the One Ring's getting banned because all the stores have been discounting Lord of the Rings boxes? I don't know about that. It's not like they're all going to find out in advance. They might just be selling it because it's getting to be older product, right? So if you want to just move it off your shelves. Shelton, do I think it's too soon to unban Flash in Commander or not? With Wizards of the Coast taking over Commander and creating like the tier system, they may as well just unban everything. They may as well just unban everything. Because it's totally just going to be 100% a tier-powered discussion going forwards that's going to be the same kind of concept as Rule 0. So just dump it all in and let everybody argue and yell. Jess, maybe nothing's getting banned? That's possible. It feels probable. They might leave Frog and ban Entomb. Well, I mean, they do like to ban around the problem. Remember Hogak? Remember Hogak? And how they were like, this deck's a problem, so we're banning Bridge to Blow and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, a couple months later, so guys, it turns out Hogak's a problem and we've got to ban it. Yeah, you had to all along. A Rockhand Super Chat says, I enjoy your content, your attitude, and your consistent work ethic. Well, you know what? Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing to say. Also, is that your first Super Chat? Because it looks like that's what YouTube is saying. So, did you use your first Super Chat on all of YouTube to tell me that you enjoy my content, attitude, and my consistent work ethic? Because if so, fucking cheers to that, buddy. You do indeed rock. Let me place you upon the board, good sir, where your name belongs. Where is the marker? Oh, it's right here. Sheldon can't wait to turn one with Flash Hulk every time and hear them cry. Flash Hulk is the dirtiest. It's the dirtiest crap I've ever played. Nothing I've played in Magic the Gathering has felt dirtier than Flash Hulk. It's just so busted dumb. Winning the game when you're going second and you didn't even let your opponent get to their draw phase is so brain damaged and, I mean, delightful. It's terrible for the game. It is terrible for the game. But oh my God, is it satisfying. Zircon, have they given an ETA for tier release? They said they wanted to, they kicked it down the road. They said they wanted to do it early next year, I think. Heavy Metal, yeah, Super Chat milestone. You're all about that, big boy. Millmaster, you've always wanted to own a convenience store? A convenience store? Jess says, the only problem with once you get on the box of glory, you don't try to get on anymore. And when you're poor like me, you give less after. That's fine, man. I'm not trying to get people to give more than they want to or can or whatever else, bro. So that's it. That's it. It's all good. You have made it, and now you can relax. That's fine. I get that. I understand. It is a way of acknowledging people as opposed to enticing them. You know what I mean? Evan, I don't know what you're talking about, ultimately, bro, because I don't pay attention to all that. So I don't know if you got fucking hit or you're just making something up or whatever. So it is what it is, man. Google does stuff to people. So I don't know. You've been chill here. So it seems to me like there shouldn't be a fucking problem. But I have no idea. I have no idea. So it's out of my hands, buddy. It's in the hands of the Google gods or whatever. Jess, the only problem with once you get on the box... Oh, yeah, never mind. I already read that. That's crazy. I saw that again. That's funny. Got an extra go-to 10 line. Starting over. It's like, finish what I was saying, start to read. Wait a minute. We've been here before. That's a new one for the bingo card. New ways that my brain misfires, right? Chim, what? Who hasn't dreamed of providing last-minute wares at 80% markup at ungodly hours to desperate patrons? Starting. Oh, the convenience store. I for real was like, you becoming a dealer, bro? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? There was something that I was going to say, and it has eluded my grasp. It's gone. Carly's mom would say to her, if you forgot what you were going to say, it must have been a lie. And I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, that'll mess you up. As you're growing up, that must have been a lie. And it's like, what? What? Mailmaster, a sturdy clerk. See, just the way you're saying that makes it sound like you should be on some kind of like harassment list. You need to be sent to HR. You're looking for a sturdy clerk. I don't know. That sounds molesty. Jess, you never lie because you want to go to heaven. Well, I got bad news for you, bro. I got bad news for you. There's no Bigfoot in heaven. Right? Freedom costs $1.05, and there's no Bigfoot in heaven. Those are the two most important things that you can remember. Things just sticking here now. You're wasting your time, Evan. Jess doesn't want to go to heaven if there's no Bigfoot. Heavy Metal, you got the 3D remake of Final Fantasy IV during the Steam Fall Sale. Feels odd compared to the OG Pixel version. The music is so good in this game, though. There are some nice improvements they make in some of these variations. Drunko, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing, bro? Jess, no, you don't auto go just because you didn't sin or broke commandments or whatever, right? There's things like original sin. So babies, you're just born with it. And they're like, oh, you if you don't do the right things, then guess what? You don't get in. It don't work that way, bro. It don't work that way. It ain't that simple. It ain't no easy grab. They got tea. It's such a stupid reference. Just wants 7 minutes in heaven with Bigfoot. Think of the stories you'd have to tell, man. Think of it. Think of it. Ness, Bigfoot's a legend and legends never died. Well, I mean, that's it. That's proof. That's why. That's why you can't find Bigfoot in heaven, man. That's why you can't find Bigfoot in heaven. But I need some water because my tea has become cold and no longer enjoyable. And I'm just drinking it because it's here. All right. So 1 second. 1 second. Intermission time. That's right, Yamagoro. That's right. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I am back. Stop by to see Carly for a second, and she is working on editing the newest movie review video because we put the one out like yesterday or whatever it was. And we've already recorded the next one. So the one movie, Carly talked about it. Well, I talked about it too, but together we talked about it for probably like 16, 17 minutes. So she talked at length about it. And so she told me I edited a whole bunch out of this one. She's like, just check out all these clips of me saying it's so good over and over. It's pretty amusing. It's pretty amusing. Drunko, you've been grinding through all the Fallouts you got for $12 on Steam. The $1 per hour value is off the scales. That always feels good, bro. I love getting good value on video gameage where you don't spend that much. Like, I spent $1.29 getting both Portal games, and I haven't played them yet, but one day I will. And when I do, I promise you, I will have gotten my $1.29's worth. I saved up the money from selling my Steam cards, and then I used that to buy the game, and I got both of them together because it was on amazing sale. There's Carly right there saying it's so good. Ness, isn't there a new Epic free game? Yes, it is a Lord of the Rings. Is it Mines of Moria? It's a Lord of the Rings game, and for some reason I had it in my head that Epic was starting its we're giving a game away every day thing starting today, and then there'd be a new game tomorrow. But I was wrong. It's still wait another week. Maybe they start it next week. Chim, the Humble Bundle has embiggened your Steam library to unnecessary girth. I feel you. I used to get Humble Bundles very frequently, and then they started to get less good. The Humble Bundle started to decrease in quality, it felt like, and they started just trying to sell me books. Buy our series on learning to code. And I'm like, I don't want to buy ebooks from you, for the love of God. You know, I'm looking for sweet games on a good deal, bro. That's what I'm looking for. Heavy Metal, Lord of the Rings game on Epic, Return to Moria. That's the one I'm talking about. Yep. Larry, you're in Arena right now claiming a bunch of unclaimed goodies. It's great to be back. If you didn't play during, if you haven't already done the Markov Manor one, there is it's like a deck name you put in. Like, you create a deck with that name, and then they'll give you like 5,000 experience or something like that. If you haven't done the Markov Manor, the Murders at Karlov Manor as its official name. It's funny how triggered some people get at me calling it Markov Manor. But yeah, if you haven't done those, do them, because it will give you some freeness, bro. Heavy Metal, you believe GOG is doing a daily giveaway? Really? Amazon Prime Gaming has a bunch of good free games you can claim through Epic and GOG. But you have to be an Amazon Prime member, right? Jess, you calling me Markov Manor just makes me think of Carly. I'll be like, listen, you little bitch. And then she'll just be like, you're the little bitch. Like, that's what she said, you're a bitch. And she'll just say whatever insult I've said to her back to me. Like, with incredible frequency. With predictable regularity. She'll either say I'm the thing, or she'll say my mom's the thing. That's what she does. Larry, you haven't played since Magic 30th. Yeah, definitely do. Definitely do it. You're going to want the rewards. I think it might be 5,000 experience even. It might be 5 levels. Use the Heroic Launcher to install and play GOG and Epic games on your Steam Deck. Well, that's cool. Ugh, that's sweet, man. That's pretty dope. I like the Steam Deck. It's everything that I would have wanted as a kid. Although I probably would have broken or lost it as a kid. But it's like everything I would have wanted as a kid. it's just got like all my games in it and I can just play them. Oh my God. And you can do all this other stuff with it. It's so cool. It's so cool. The Steam Deck has a really nice screen too. And when you get the Steam Deck, you get a special Steam profile where like, look at me, I'm a fancy Steam Deck ever. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, I got a Steam Deck and I'm gonna play it on your mom's butt cheeks. My Steam Deck is just wide enough to cover both your mom's fucking butt cheeks. So stupid. Oh, man. Hey, there you go. He fits in quite nicely. A nice little Christmas theme. I hope you guys have been having a good Christmas season. I've been having a dope one, honestly. It's been great. The Christmas vibe here is off the chart. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. And we're almost done house, guys. We're almost done house. I'm almost finally finished with this fucking series. I just want it to be over. Chim, if it's that big, just play on a desktop. But look, I mean, I can't, look, let's say I want to bang your mom in the bathroom on a train. I can take the Steam Deck and do that. And I can be like, shut up, Linda, I'm playing Qubits. No, even better. Shut up, Linda, I'm playing Qbert. Oh, Lord. So yeah, I mean, overall, Arena is fine for free to play. For me, it's not worth putting money into, bro. I don't know if that will change one day, but currently, when I look at it, I just go, whatever. It's not worth it. It's not worth the money for non-existent cards. Jim, yep. In time with the jump sounds. Oh, but no, for real. On a serious note, I actually genuinely do like the Steam Deck. It's unfortunate that a bunch of older titles aren't 100% compatible with it, so sometimes it can lead to some real annoyances. But ultimately, I very much like the Steam Deck. And I've come a long way from completely having no interest in Steam into Steam being my main game holder, right? Aside from Nintendo. Because with the Switch, I like having the actual physical little cartridges. The physical stuff. It's enjoyable. But the days of the PlayStation, the Xbox, all those kind of consoles, I've left that behind. Nintendo's the only one that still catches my interest. Larry, stopped playing Arena because of Magic 30th? I feel you, bro. Actually, Magic 30th really angered me to the point where Arena was one of the things I stopped playing as well. And so I missed out on the entire Brothers War Mastery Pass, all the Mishra and Urza like sleeves and avatars and the companion, all this stuff. And now that I'm back playing it, when I see people who have the Urza, I'm like, oh man, I wish. But Magic 30 fucking tweaked me off hard as well. So, I feel you. Made a bunch of people straight up quit Magic. You can't blame them. Chim, every time you look at one, a newer one is coming out. That's the way with technology, bro. That's the way. Jess, well, I mean, you'll find out when you get to the gates of heaven. You'll be like, listen, man, I did a Google search and here's what it said. And then be like, you're wrong, man. You're wrong. So, guess what? None of the places you think exist. There's just this place. and it's just a bunch of Dixie cups full of that stuff that they make you swish in your mouth when you go to the dentist, and you just got to spend all eternity just a swishing. And you know what? Nobody's ever going to tell you to come and spit, and you can't swallow. So you're just going to swish for eternity. That's it. That'll be your life. One cheek to another. Larry, you think you're done boycotting them for now? Until they do something else stupid like sending the Pinkertons out again? Well, there's no point in giving money to a company if it's not making you happy. That's the simplest way to look at it. If you're going to get enjoyment from it, enjoy yourself. If you're not, don't do it. It's funny how much guilt and other emotions people can feel when it comes to this stuff. But I also get it because I am overly connected to Magic as well. I've been a Magic super fan for decades. I mean, how do you end up with a channel dedicated to Magic the Gathering otherwise, right? You got to be somebody who's into it more than the everyday folk are who just have a passing interest. Master says, Jess, you're going to the pit. You're going to the pit. Jess, you were listening to Afterlife stories and a lady went to hell and had to clear a field of berries. She was given child scissors, and when she finally got a berry, it disappeared and grew back. that's Sisyphean, right? Just a pointless task. Jim says, St. Peter will be at the gate saying, was Google not obviously evil to you? Duck, duck, go, bitch. Do people use that? Do people use DuckDuckGo? I mean, I've heard it mentioned in passing, you know? But I don't know anybody who's used it. All right, sweet. Looks like the video that I put out today is doing pretty well. That's nice. That is good to see. Heavy metal, you very rarely use DuckDuckGo. I mean, when it comes to search engines, I just use Google. But then I tend to always just be using what everyday people are using and not the more fringe stuff randomly, just because I just don't care enough to try a new search engine. It's like, okay, I'm finding the stuff I was looking for with this one, so what do I care, ultimately, you know? It's just laziness. I already know what you're using. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro? Just the only one truly unforgivable sin is Cool Ranch Doritos. Okay? And like, you know, sour cream flavored chips and mayonnaise. There's a lot of blasphemy. Millmaster, unless it's cutting edge news or politics, it mostly doesn't matter. Yeah, I suppose if it's something where you can't actually find the results you want, then you're going to go somewhere else, but whatever. Chim, your Google account is like your set of keys to the internet. You can't imagine the pain in the ass of all the new logins. Yeah, it seems like everywhere you go, like, sign up for our account, sign up for our app. And it's like, I just wanted to read like one thing off your webpage. I don't need all that. It's like Reddit. And it's just Reddit's like, you should download the app. This is better in the app. Why is it better in the app? Because we won't bother you. Oh, well, why don't you just not bother me? I'm fine the way I am. No, get the app. It's like so much better. The words are wordier and you'll just be filled with sublime joy. So I don't need your app, bro. Especially considering I'm older and I like using desktop computers. You know, I genuinely enjoy using desktop computers, not like begrudgingly, oh, I wish I could do everything on my phone. I don't want to live in a world where my phone is the only computer I have. I don't. I don't. It's a different thing if, let's say, you could just take your phone and then put it down and it would connect to a monitor or a keyboard. And this is basically like your tower hard drive, but you just carry it around. Then okay. Yeah, I'm here for it. But I don't want to just have like a laptop or whatever. I like towers. I am a dinosaur. And I'm okay with that. Chim, you hate apps that are just web pages? Yeah, me too. The whole technology thing is crazy. I don't want to be some old, oh, change is bad, oh, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I was watching a video today talking about how short form content is just destroying children's minds, just destroying their ability to learn and grow and turning them into hostile idiots, essentially. It's insane. It could apparently, watching these little short form 30-second videos or whatever, when your brain is developing, can permanently stunt your brain and make you into a dullard. So we've got basically a whole generation that's just been thrown under the techno bus, bro. And it's absolutely wild. Like, they're going to grow up and become dysfunctional members of society. It's like some teachers are having to try to compensate by, I'll make 1-minute videos for the kids and go here. It's crazy. It's like the whole super short attention span shit is crazy. I don't like watching super short videos, and I don't currently make any super short videos. I'm not against them if it's like a short video to get a joke across, but most of it's so empty, bro. It's all empty. Well, Master Funny, the kids of all the tech CEOs go to special schools where no technology is allowed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a completely anti-technology guy in the schools. Like, having desktop computers that they can sit at and use while learning in class, fine. But just being able to sit there and ignore everything that's going on around you and just interact with your phone, that seems like massively detrimental. Massively detrimental. Jess, oh, you're lucky. You're lucky your kid didn't get sent to juvie. Throwing a rock at a cab. I mean, obviously your kid's gonna be fucking dysfunctional, right? Let's be real. Like, a lot of kids are gonna be dysfunctional because of things in life, and you, Jess, have not lived a normal everyday life. So that, I'm sure, adds to the tumultuous nature. Error, Moxman does short videos discussing cards and they have been entertaining. Yeah, I saw that he was doing shorts. Good for him. At some point, I might, right? I have mixed feelings about all of it. Chim, allowing any social media for kids is a horrible idea. Look at how adults treat each other online. Yeah, I genuinely feel like social media is especially insane for kids because of how vicious they can be to each other and how hypersensitive they can be to each other's opinions and how much it matters at the time. Like, oh, this is the everything. And it's like, it really isn't. But it feels like it is. And you're not emotionally equipped to deal with that level of intensity, you know? Heavy metal. Oh, bro, I hate that. When they're doing construction early and you just want to sleep, that's rough. Larry Gen Alpha. Oh, yeah, that's what they were called, too. That's right. Also addicted to this thing called Galaxy Gas. Had a couple kids asking me at Walmart if they could get high off a can of whipped cream. You were thinking, what the fuck? People do that. As far as I know. I've never tried it, but apparently you can if you use a can of whipped cream. You can just huff the whipped cream gas or something like that. So, yeah. That's a thing, man. Rex, working in the school system, you find it funny the students think a lot of the adults don't know how to use technology. That was the case when I was in high school, bro. I remember being in the school counselor's office, and they had a computer in there, and the lady who worked for the school was trying to figure out, like, I can't access this. I can't get into it. What do I do? And I just walked up and I'm like, okay, so here, let me check. First of all, double click. And she's like, oh, double click. Like, for real. That's how old I am as well. I'm so old that I taught older people about the double click. Galaxy gas is flavored nitrous oxide. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Ness, that's why you called it. That's right, Whippets. That's right. Whipped cream uses nitrous oxide for pressure. So you're telling me that if I take a can of whipped cream and jam it in my ass, that I can, like, nitro boost like the Fast and the Furious? That's science, right? Zircon, you're a scientist. I'm saying it right here. If I go and get on a grocery cart and jam the whipped cream in there, then I can nitro blast like Fast and Furious. Galaxy gas is like 20,000 whippets in a tank with grape flavor. Kids these days, man. Kids these days. Well, gotta get high somehow. At least it's not that butt juice that they were talking about years ago. Crapping in a bottle and huffing it, man. Jojo, you're going to put some in your car so it'll go faster and smell like strawberries? You should put some fucking vape juice in there too, so that people can huff on your exhaust pipe. Jim, you got to use the right pressure to have a gas leak but no cream come out. Are we still talking about the same thing, bro? Or are we moving into some weird fetish? Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. Huffing was never for me. Gas, whiteout, markers. Huffing was never for me. Habanero, I'm still convinced that Jenkum stuff was made up. It was made up for the media. Shelton, I need 100 Mentos and a 2-liter Diet Coke. The Mentos Coke thing is fun. I've never done it, for real. I've never done it, but it looks fun. Just monkeys that get drunk act like people who are drunk. I believe that. Nate, that was on an episode of A Million Ways to Die. If you do that, it'll kill you. If you do what? Jam a can of fucking whipped cream up your ass and fire the nitro at the back to try and go faster? Rex, people huff compressed air. You can't even get high off that, can you? Had to stop people from buying canned air to clean PC because the kid wanted to get high. Good God. Jim, you remember how big a thing the guy selling balloons at music festivals was? I feel like I'm totally out of the loop of this, man. I don't remember anybody huffing any gas at all. Like, I don't remember any gas huffing. Nate, what? So hold on, I want to make sure we're on the same page. The nozzle is pointing out of your ass, not up inside you. So how could having a fucking can of whipped cream up your ass with the nozzle sticking out, nothing's going inside you? How could that fucking kill you? That doesn't even make sense, man. That's shoving a can of Coke up your ass should kill you too then. What? $5 for a balloon, $2 for a bean sandwich? What the hell are you talking about? Zircon, when you worked hippie festivals, the only drug they cared to try and stop was nitrous. Why? What does it do? I don't even know. I don't think I've ever asked anybody, now that I think about it. Like, how does it feel? Because I'm not going to try it. My days of being young and stupid and trying crazy shit are way behind me. Grateful Dead show outside in the lot. $2 bean sandwich. I know that nitrous is like for making cars go fast. Nitrous is the laughing gas the dentist uses. I've never had laughing gas. No, I've never had gas at the dentist. Nope. Tweakers turn up dead underneath people's AC units because they're huffing refrigerant and dying. That's sad, man. Like, I understand wanting to get high. I get that. But there's certain highs that when people chase them and the way they chase them, it just engenders massive sympathy for me because they must be running from some serious fucking pain to be willing to do that shit. I don't mean physical pain necessarily, like emotional pain or whatever. You got to be at a rough spot in life. That's a low point, and that's genuinely sad, you know? Chim, if you do too much of the balloon too quick, you pass out and it's not safe. Okay. Well, that sounds like a valid reason for stopping people from doing it. Thompson, oh, you're going to Fort Lauderdale in January. That's what, how you supposed to see some titties? I thought the chicks went to Fort Lauderdale in spring break, not winter freeze. Zircon, it's different than the card type. Okay. Habanero says, when people ask me why I watch these streams when I don't play Magic, this is why. Whipped cream cans in the butt. You're a fucking liar, Habanero. Your girlfriend likes Magic and you play Magic with her. So why would be your answer is when people say, why do I watch these streams when I don't play Magic? Your answer would be like, but I do play Magic. Where did you get this misinformation? Fuck you. The car stuff will kill you. All right. All right. I believe it. Things that are go in cars shouldn't go in your butt, you know? If you huff a huge balloon, you deprive yourself of oxygen. Okay? All right, well. Crazy. Apparently, I guess you can't do that with herb, right? You can't take hits so big that you deprive yourself of oxygen and pass out. Maybe if you do have like a gas mask on it, it's like floating around and you can't get out of it or something. Rex, you're at the age where you think about how badly can I get hurt and does it equal the enjoyment I get out of it? That, my friend, is called wisdom. And you should appreciate that you've earned some of it. When I look back at some of the things that I thought and tried when I was young, I'm like, man, you're an idiot. Oh my God, you were so stupid. I have been extraordinarily lucky that the choices that I've made did not lead to like bad things. That's for sure. I never got into the really crazy shit. Like, I never fucking tried the horse or the quain crack, all that. None of that. God even knows where I'd be if I had, because I have an addictive personality and I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know how many dicks I would have sucked for that crack rock, son. But I'll tell you right now, it'd be a lot. It would be a lot. It'd be so many. I'd have different names for the different types, you know? Like the Sidewinder and stuff. All of it. You got to know your livelihood. You got to know how you're getting your next crack rock, right? Compressed air can cause your lung to collapse. Wow. That's crazy. Millmaster, for every human curing a disease, there are 10 huffing paint and shooting elephant tranquilizers. It's crazy. Thompson, your mom has some of her horses she trains in Jupiter near there. Oh, like the planet? That's crazy. Your mom trains horses in outer space, bro? That's wild. I totally believe that. Habanero, you've slowly learned that your girlfriend mostly just likes collecting them. She's not into playing as much. Well, that's fine. It's something you can enjoy together. So I guess I've been somewhat corrected, but you still do play some Magic. Here I am. You're just trying to say, yo, I don't even need to play Magic. I just love coming to these streams and hanging out. And here I am going, fuck your word choice, you liar. Heavy metal parachute bong? Haven't heard of that one. Oh, that's a good point, though, Master. That's a good point. The one process has oxygen in it, the other doesn't. Shelton, you're on the server and you need to mine more stone to finish building your castle walls before you start on other things. Sometimes you wonder why you start, but you have to see them through to the end. Do you just need cobblestone? Because if you need cobblestone, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of cobblestone. And I literally have cobblestone being constantly generated on the hillside beside my tower. So there's there is a machine that is constantly generating cobblestone and filling a chest right beside it. And you're welcome to help yourself to as much of that cobblestone as you want, bro. Zircon, those air duster cans are a chemical. Flip one upside down and it'll spray freezing liquid. Don't touch. I've noticed that they get cold when you spray with them. Jojo, what the fuck indeed? Ape says it's not an addiction until you're sucking dick behind a bus station. I wish it was that simple to know when you had an addiction and you had a problem, you know? I used to have a heavy dependency on smoking herb. And I mean a heavy dependency on it, right? Like, it was very addiction style behavior. And I went through a whole bunch of different cycles with it where it was an issue for me. And now it's just not like that anymore, which is fucking amazing. But yeah, I mean, if I had just had to go and suck some dong out behind the bus station, then I would have realized, hey, I got a problem on my hands. How many arrows is Perps over here giving me the well? Actually, that's what you get from Magic players, bro. Ape, you have a shit ton of cobble as well. Is it stored at your base? Is it stored at your base? You can have... Listen, Shelton, I give you permission to take anything you want from Ape's stuff. Help yourself whenever you feel like it. Volcano things? Oh yeah, the volcano, where you have a gigantic plastic bag and you put it on the top and it gets filled up. I remember that. I had a buddy loan me one once. It is novel. It is novel. But yeah, man. I end up feeling for people who are doing crazy stuff like huffing solvents and shit, because it's like, bro, I understand wanting to be messed up, but you're going about it in one of the craziest ways. Huffing paint and shit like you're in Mad Max. Witness me! It's crazy. Man, I'm looking forward to releasing that next movie review video. I'm very much enjoying the process of making these with Carly. It's fun. Tonight's going to be the 12th Christmas movie for our Christmas Ganza. Because we're doing like, you know, like the 12 days of Christmas, you can chuck my fucking dog. Millmaster, I told Carly about the whole 12 days of Christmas starting at Christmas. And she was just like, well, that's fucking stupid. She was just the same way. She's like, I thought it would lead up to it. I'm like, I know, right? So, you got another fuck that from the Hatchers, bro. Oh, last night we watched Office Christmas Party, which was all right, not too shabby. It felt like a Christmas movie. Oh, what's this? It's this exciting mail. Oh, it's my fucking electricity bill. Damn it. Damn it. All right, well, whatever. I need electricity. Electricity is one of those things that you just can't imagine people living without. But I guess newer generations will feel the same thing about the internet, where they're like, I can't believe there was a time where the internet wasn't a thing. And it's like, yeah, we used to go out and do a lot more stuff. And the internet was just a thing you used to supplement your life a bit, you know? More for socializing and other things a bit. To contact people, not to disappear into. We're entering into a brave new crazy techno future. Maybe, just maybe, it's time for me to start huffing some galaxy gas. Right? Who's ready? Who's ready to who's ready for the Gastorian? That's what I'm gonna do. And just all my videos will be like, hey, got any gas? You know where I can get some gas? That's the sound of gas. Where is it? There's a gas leak. There's a gas leak. I'm still waiting for Nate to tell me how if I jam a bottle of can of whipped cream in my ass with the nozzle pointing out, how I could lose my life. I'm not trying to film myself like a Boston, what the hell's it called? What is that hot dog called? Is it a Boston cream? A Long John. That's what they call them? The ones that are full of cream? The long ass donuts? You know what I'm fucking talking about. Don't pretend like you guys don't know what I'm talking about, man. Oh. Hold up. My browser just messed up. It's not showing me things properly. Come on. Oh, that's just fucking ridiculous. All right, there we go. There we go. Man, I missed like so much stuff here. Apparently it just froze and I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, that's right. There's the mining dimension. Good mention, Zircon. Apes, you're only making Millmouse is like, oh, $20 is $20. Apes like, yo, I'm only making 10. Habanero, you think Magic was a little too competitive for her and she sort of wants to play something more cooperative? I get that because I like playing cooperative games with Carly. It's better than competitive games, especially since I have so much experience at playing games. And I'm pretty good at playing games and finding like angles to win. So I win most competitive games we play against each other. It's more fun to do something cooperative together, you know? Fisher, do it. Make that pumpkin bong, bro. Jess, the internet says you can cook spaghetti with gasoline, but it might be crunchy. What? That is not true. Chim, IRC. I never got into IRC, bro. Nate, I didn't see you say that you misunderstood, honestly. I scrolled back up looking for the comment. I assumed that's what it was going to be, but I was genuinely curious because I was like, if the show did say you could die that way, I want to actually know, you know? But no, I wasn't thinking about releasing the gas in you. But I also wouldn't have expected that if you did, it's like, yo, if you release the gas from a whipped cream can into your butthole, you'll die. I mean, people play in the bedroom with whipped cream all the time. How many near disasters are there? Like Nate, how many square inches, square inches of PSI poundage pressure can my butthole take from one of these cans of the gas? What's the lethal amount, bro? What's the lethal amount? Spurl, what's up? How you doing, man? It says you can marinate your veggies in gasoline before cooking. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, Jess. You can't trust Google, bro. You can't. That is lethal advice right there. It's like, I can marinate you. I mean, technically, you can marinate veggies in gasoline before cooking. It will just kill you. So Google's right in that you're capable of doing it. You can acquire gasoline and vegetables, but that's a fucking death sentence. What a world, man. What a world. There he went from talking about Amazon to Galaxy, guys. What have you done? What are you talking about? These streams go all over the place. Like this is the first time we've ever devolved into the insanity that we're having right now. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. This is pretty consistent ridiculousness, right? So tomorrow the 12 days of Christmas start for people who do the 12 days of Christmas in reverse, bro. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. We've talked about the Sasquatch hierarchy. Oh, we talked about ecclesiastical Sasquatchery. All right. We got into the deep theological lore today. So ridiculous. Just 4.0 psi ruptures your intestines. Yeah, this is from the guy who says that you can gasoline your vegetables. You are not a reliable source. That's why I asked my man Nate, all right? People who do Advent have been counting down for 12 days. Well, guess what? Guess what, you cheese bag? I got an Advent calendar for tea, and I've been doing it every day. So these are for you, and they're not wrapped up, so you can fucking have them right now. Fisher, the only thing we've really missed so far is a Kevin Smith reference. Well, you just made that. It's covered now. Rex, it's a crime we don't have Sasquatch cards in Magic. There's Asquatch from the Unsets. There's Karploos and Yeti. There's multiple Yetis. Yeti and Sasquatch is the same fucking thing, man. Them's interchangeable as far as I'm concerned. The nozzle can freeze to your butt. You gotta go to the doctor. Oh, I got frostbite on my inner rim, bro. Doc, I jammed this into my butt and then let loose. That's crazy. Man, people are ridiculous. I mean, I know I make jokes about jamming stuff in the ass, but you don't do it. You keep things out of there. It's real obvious. It's a real simple life lesson that you don't even really need to be taught. You should just inherently know. I don't jam things in my own ass, right? Like that should be a universal constant for all of humanity. Oh, Fisher, that's the boring version. I think you got a knockoff. Earl the Mist Stalker. You got Earl the Mist Staller. He's just stalling for time. He's not really doing anything. Spurl, technically a Sasquatch and a Yeti are very differently. Technically, you can cram it all the way up your ass. I don't fucking care. I don't care if you think that Bigfoot and a Yeti are different. They're all the same bullshit to me, bro. They don't exist, so it don't matter. Millmaster, oh, never mind. I guess we did get a Kevin. He's like, look, did you not see my reference to TS? That's not the name of the character, though. But speaking of Hatcher being on something, we watched an episode of House where there was a hockey player, and his name was Hatcher because they closed the one locker, and I was like, Carly, they're investigating us! They're investigating us on House! Because that's the dumb shit that I yell at Carly when we're watching stuff. She has to put up with all of my nonsense, that poor woman. But at least I didn't freeze a fucking whipped cream bottle to my asshole, right? Whipped cream canister. Fisher, that's right. T.S. Quint. Give him the stink palm. The Wendigo. Oh, it's going to eat a part of your soul, Chim Chim Charu. The Wendigo is going to take your soul. And then it's going to eat your body and call up your mother. I ate your son, bitch. Stupid. Oh. Yeah, it's been an alright day. It's been an alright day. It's not one for the books, and it's not the worst one either. Right? Somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, bro. I will take it. That's the way it goes. Chim, what the hell is the bunyip? What is that? Now we're just getting this is turning into MetaZoo with all the cryptids, right? Jess, that's way more dedication. I'm not doing anything that involves me jamming a hose up my ass unless it's a medical procedure. That's it. There's no way. There is no way. Nope. Nope. You know what? You know what? That's where we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it with no hose up the butt, bros. Right? All right. So I'm gonna leave you with the fun Christmasness. Have a good one. Hello, every day. Goodbye, every day. Peace out.